Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play 80 Days, and in the last session we finally made it to Dubai, where we sold some things and made a small fortune. All that money that we've lost we have regained twice over. Hopefully that will put a smile on Mr. Fogg's face, because nothing else seems to do. Right then, so the plan for today is to somehow meander our way towards India, because that's the next port of call that we want to visit. So by hook, crook, boat or plane, whatever it may be, that's where we're going to try to go. So, on with the show, as they say. It's bright and early, and we're going to explore Dubai. We fancy having a bit of a nosy around, see if we can discover some routes. Perhaps we can't. I think we've already sold our wares at the market. We were debating whether to buy, or did we buy a pearl? Yeah, Madras. That's where we want to go. Madras. We have a pearl that sells well in Madras. Right, we may have missed many departments. Or we may not, who knows? Right, how do we do this? Here we go. It's been a while since I played this. Okay, so we can go to Bandar Abbas, or we can go back to Muscat and then head to where we need to head to. Now, Madras is there, and the only line that we have is from there. Kind of awkward, right? There's got to be a way. I reckon if we get to Dvarka, we can probably somehow make our way by land. Although it wouldn't be quick. Kind of awkward. Right, we're gonna have to backpedal, aren't we? Back to Muscat. I don't want to go backwards though. Karachi. What a good start to the session. Right, we're going to go to Muscat and we're going to go to Dvarka. That's the plan. Let's go. Let's just do it. Let's just do it. No hesitation. Depart. I wonder if you can't go backwards in this, you know. I wonder if you can't backtrack. Can you backtrack? Doesn't seem like we can, you know. It's not letting me go backwards. It's not letting me go. I don't think we can backtrack. I think we can only go forwards. In which case, we could be screwed. Right, we're going on a ferry, the Gulf ferry, to Bandar Abbas. I don't think you can backtrack. It's a bit of a shame. A small fleet of ferry boats, sailed by crews of coffee-coloured youths, crossed the Persian Gulf several times a day. They raced, threatened to ram one another, skirting left and right at the last minute, and generally had much more fun than their beleaguered passengers, who could not be certain they would survive the crossing. I could not help but notice, for instance, that none of the youths was older than 11. Was this, then, the extent of their life expectancy? Fogg weathered the performance of our gondoliers with his usual grace, though I think he found the unfettered sunshine somewhat oppressive. The open water was a long cry from the dusty corners of the Reform Club. And there we go, just like that, ding ding ding, we are in Bandar Abbas. The evening jacket could earn us well here. What? You want to sell your evening jacket? Your gentlemanly English wardrobe set jacket? No, surely not. Right, we have a tot of rum, we have some kind of sou'wester, Persian pottery, scented candle, or Brazilian snuff. None of them really scream out at us. Okay, so we'll forego the market. We'll go to the hotel, and in the morning we're going to have to do some exploration, because at the moment we're in the middle of nowhere. The mood in Bandar Abbas was upbeat, I found, since being reclaimed into Persia after years of control by the pirates of Muscat. People believed they had escaped a great tyranny. A coffee shop? Well, Passport 2 has always been one for exploration. I found my way into one of the many new coffee shops where a group of intellectuals were teaching themselves the game of dominoes from instructions on the back page of an old newspaper. I'm abysmal at the game, and so declined to play, otherwise we'll probably end up losing some more coin. But instead watched them invent rule after rule until the game was more baroque than I suspect any of them would be able to remember in the morning. Still, in eavesdropping, I did learn that you could obtain handheld mirrors in Muscat, extremely valuable in Lahore. A small victory then. We don't have a flipping mirror. Right, exploration. New routes. Karachi. Now there was something that would sell well in Karachi, but I refused to buy it. I should have. Was it here? Let me just take a glance. I don't think it was. I think it was back in Dubai. Okay, so we took a few hours to explore. A quick stop at the market. Anything that sells well in Madras? I don't think from here. Karachi. Scented candle. Ooh. That means we have to pay extra suitcase. Will that pay for our suitcase? I think it will. Depends where we're... Okay, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. We'll cross that. I'm hoping that we can take all the cases. All the cases. Bandar Abbas to Karachi. Arrives Wednesday. Negotiate. What? 660? To bring it forward to today? Go on then. Holy cow. Embark. 1 case? 3 cases. Oh my god, I've paid for this and I'm not going to use it. Oh my god. Goodbye, candle. Quick. Go. What an utter waste of money. I bought a candle and when you click when you throw it out of your case like that, you do actually sell it. You don't just get rid of it. So I bought it and I probably sold it for a loss. Only a small loss though. But the question is, I paid to bring forward the route. If I didn't catch it at 1 o'clock, that would have been 600 coin down this morning. So I think getting rid of a candle and panicking is probably the cheaper option. The Bed of Brothers was a scheduled departure out of Bandar Abbas's busy port, but even as we walked up the gangplank, I had the uneasy sense that there was something a little amiss. The Bed of Brothers. I was put doubly on my guard the moment we met the captain, a most unsavoury character given to giggling in the middle of his sentences and rubbing his hands together as though endlessly cleaning off blood. Of course, the mind does play tricks on you. Or does it? We did our best to ignore him and settled ourselves in our cabin. Some news. What news brings us? Copenhagen bomb threats continue. Good job we didn't pass through Copenhagen then, isn't it? Right, on we go, on the Bed of Brothers. The first day passed innocently enough. The crew, when we saw them, were cordial. Though, of course, being doubly on our guard, we sensed some secret behind their smiles, which I could not fathom. Monsieur Fogg seemed, to my mind, a little more on edge than usual, but it was probably due to the lack of decent down feathers in his pillows. Well, a lack of down feathers in my pillows would leave me in a foul mood. We spent the day in our cabin, or left our cabin to enjoy the view. Well, it's always nice to enjoy the view, isn't it? Indeed it is. And, of course, to keep an eye on the crew, who we still don't quite trust. And we engaged one in conversation, seeing as we can't play dominoes, but learnt little from the fool, who appeared more or less unable to understand anything beyond the sailing instructions of his captain. Still, by nightfall, no real accident had befallen us. I breathed a deep sigh of relief, but we were not ashore yet, and there was still plenty of time for things to go awry. Karachi, 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 here we come, and we're almost there, but not quite. We arrived in Karachi in the early morning. The captain saw us to the gangplank with a beaming smile. "Well then," he declared, "did you enjoy sailing with my little family?" And of course, being ever courteous and not wanting to draw the ire of a suspicious crew, "It had been a pleasure," we said. The captain nodded vigorously. "My brothers have enjoyed your company, gentlemen. Farewell." With that, he waved us off from the shore. I looked back and remarked to Monsieur Fogg, "I thought they were brigands, but they were most decent." "That must run in the family," Fogg replied, tapping his nose. "Did you see their noses?" "Noses? Whatever do you mean?" I demanded. "He called them his family. I believe that is exactly what they are." Monsieur Fogg curled his lip. Though quite how they are related to one another is best left unexplored, I think. With that, we left that strange crew and entered the magnificent city of Karachi. Whoa, Karachi, and right there is where I'm going to have to put a temporary pause on things, because I've got to go and do something. So, second half of this video will be a separate recording. Okay, hello folks. For you guys it was a split second. For me it's a new day. I didn't get round to finishing my session yesterday, so I've had to sit down today, start afresh effectively. Apparently we last saved it in Karachi, although I don't remember arriving in Karachi. I thought we went to somewhere else. Maybe we did. See, that's what happens when you don't bloody prepare yourself for to record a second half of a video on a different day. You kind of forget what happened. Right, okay, we're in Karachi apparently. Very good. Let's go shopping. Field glasses, air traveller set. We've got one other set, one's enough. Magnifying glass, valuable in Waltair, Madras and Chittagong. We are trying to get to Madras. Don't know if we're going to get there though, so I don't really want to sell anything. Anything that we can sell that will sell well here. Seafarer, shave. We're laden with stuff that kind of we're not going to sell. It's kind of our part of different sets. We are wasting time, I'm aware. Or are we not? No, time is paused. Why is that? I thought time passed in the market. Is this a glitch? Oh, well, I don't have to rush. Yeah, let's just kind of, the trousers, Englishman's set, Altimeter's air traveller set. Ah, that's the second half of it then. Of course, playing cards, urban traveller set. We've got the full valeting set for roleplay purposes, really. 2 or 3 of the seafarer. I think getting 2 of the 3 of the seafarer. I think 1 of the seafarer is enough. I'm going to sell them actually. Free up some more room. Oh, wait a minute. That time's moving. How did that happen? What the hell? No! Stop! Yeah. So 1 of each is enough. I don't think we need 2 of a set. Just a little bit of negation. Right, yeah. Magnifying glass? Are we going to make it to Madras? Probably, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to miss any kind of transport at this point. We're going to explore Karachi. See what is available. Because we need to find our way down towards Madras if we can. So we've discovered some new locations, some new routes, how we might continue our journey. See if we can plan for some travel here. Just need to turn the game sound down on my computer, it's a bit loud. Okay, so oh, there we are, Karachi. We can get to Bombay, to Bangalore, to Madras. We can do it. Bombay arrives tomorrow at 8 o'clock by the Savaka Atmotic. Sounds like a hoot. So yeah, can take 4 cases, not a problem. There's an Artificers Guild in Bombay. Right then, so that's the plan. Tomorrow we leave for Bombay. Oh, it's going to be fun. Right, how do we get back to where we were? Karachi, there we go. Let's rest up for the evening, shall we? Yes. Yes. Seeing as we are going to Madras, should we take magnifying glass? The undisputed sovereign of airship travel in Karachi was a brightly dressed lady of middle years by the name of Jamuna Ezra. Jamuna Gajani, if we're being proper, she corrected. Ezra is my maiden name. We could jest. We could find her to be an excellent businesswoman. I don't think we would care for her business acumen. Propriety is so mundane, Madame Ezra. I flashed her my most charming grin, naturally, and her bangles rattled as she swatted my arm and gave me the performative smile of a practised flirt. Right up our alley, then. You're an excellent flirt, she said indulgently. But where is it that you want to go? Delhi or Bombay? Which is fastest? Oh no, forget fastest. We're going to enlighten the lady. Big ourselves up a little bit. We're going around the world, I blurted out in reply. Madame Ezra began to laugh, softly at first, and then uproariously. A few of the men and women waiting in her outer office poked their heads in curiously. London? She gasped out. Across Asia? You do know you're going the wrong way round. It's for a wager. She waved away my attempt to explain. You are too precious. My husband is going to love this story. Husband, you say? Oh, it's a downturn. Madame Ezra dismissed me with a wave of her hand. I admit I left out a detail or two about the good lady when I relayed my encounter to Monsieur Fogg. Naturally. Right, time for some rest. Passport 2. You're a card. As night fell, we better tend to him. He's looking a bit peaky. There we go. Ooh, relations improved slightly. Fresh tea. Ooh, can't beat a cup of fresh tea. Oh yes, before bed. Lovely. That'd certainly perk me up as well. Goodbye, Karachi. We have no time to dawdle. We are on our way to Bombay. Via the Savarkar Atmotic. Valeting set. Look at that. Perfect. Oh my god, we've dropped in cases. No, we haven't. Departing now. Look at that. It's a long time since we've travelled through the air. We boarded. A metal-clad Savarkar Atmotic headed for Bombay. It was a sleek little conveyance, no doubt one of the prides of Madame Ezra's vast passenger fleet. Food or observation? Now, normally I like a good view, but considering we're probably way up in the sky, there's not much to see other than a few clouds. So, catering was my first concern. I talked my way into the kitchens. Merely through charm and wit or name-dropping? I think a little bit of name-dropping. We did get on kind of well with Madame Ezra, so we claimed a close connection and sampled what was on offer. Most delectable indeed. Good old Madame Ezra. Okay, converse. Greetings, Mademoiselle Bhattacharya. Who is the concierge, apparently. Right, we need to get to Madras. Bombay to Madras. Quickest way. Tell me now. I could not possibly tell you anything. Why not? It's an obvious, easy question to answer. Okay, how about from Madras to Singapore? That's where we want to go next. How would I know? Only merchants in San Pedro will pay a huge amount for handheld mirrors from Singapore. This is not going well. Madras to Santiago. In America? Okay, no, you're not going anywhere. We're playing some cards. I'm keeping you talking here. What a marvellous idea. Bombay. Ooh, there's a large Artificers Guild outpost. Bombay to Calcutta. We must know that. Oh, was it? If it's in white, we know it, right? And if it's in yellow, we don't. I think. Or am I doing this completely the wrong way around? Bombay to Ujiji? Ooh. Some trouble in Ujiji. Right, we'll stay away. Rangoon! Crab Rangoon! Yes, Crab Rangoon? What was the... it was Far Cry 4, wasn't it? Crab Rangoon. Okay, goodbye. Hong Kong is she talking about as we make our way towards the tea trolley. A view of the Indian coast was fantastic. I squeezed in rather closely to a gaily dressed Indian woman at the window and gave her the eye, who was dabbing nervously at her throat with a lacework handkerchief. She cut her eyes towards me and then favoured me with a smile. Okay, sorry about that. A further interruption. I might actually get down to sit to, and record a session for 25-30 minutes without interruption at some point in the near future. Good grief. Right, anyway, yes, she was smiling at me. Yes, giving me the eyes, Indian lady. So, we smiled back. And she turned to look at the rapidly receding ground, allowing me to see the wonder spreading through her face. The airship bucked in a stray air current and threw the woman into my arms. What a stroke of good fortune! But we're not quite creeps, though. So we set her back to her feet. And she gave me a grateful look, though it was edged with fear. "Thank you, sir," she said quickly, and bolted from the observation deck without a backward look. Strange. Passport too, perhaps giving himself a bit of a sniff. So I had to freshen up this morning. What did I say? What did I do? Let's have a look at some news, shall we? Oh, wait a minute. I saw the Indian woman from the previous day beside a tightly corseted English Memsahib. Oh. Perhaps she's like me. Fellow valet. You couldn't help but glance in the maid's direction. And she blanched. She made her excuses to her mistress and left the observation deck. Again. Losing my charm? No. There must be something amiss here, and I could not fathom it. The Memsahib marched over. "Do you know Alia?" she demanded. She fell over yesterday," I said truthfully. "And I caught her. I meant no harm, but she seemed frightened." "Liar!" the lady hissed. "You do know her. What have you done, you brute?" I caught her when she fell," I explained. "Yesterday as we were taking off." The Memsahib seemed satisfied with my answer, for she drew back. "Alia has had a difficult life," she said softly. "I am protective of her." "Oh, very admirable." "Is it?" The woman's lip curled. "One would imagine it is mere decency, but we live in fallen times." I saw Alia and the Memsahib only once more as we were disembarking the Atmotic. I gave Alia a bow, and she gave me a quick half-smile before pulling her palu around her face. And off she was, up the road, up the dirt track, and we turned to look the city on the coastline, thick with oil smoke and glinting with metal. We had reached Bombay, jewel in the crown of the British Empire. Aha. Here we are. Let's go shopping. Tobacco? No. Jar of turmeric? We're off to Singapore. I'll take some turmeric, thank you. Southern Hemisphere timetable. And dominoes. We've never been fond of dominoes. We'll try the timetable. See what routes it unlocks. Southern Hemisphere routes, apparently. Right. Oh, there we go. Routes to Singapore, perhaps? Yes. This is exactly what we were after. Then Singapore to somewhere northern. Manila. Oh, yes, I wanted to go to Manila as well. And we can get to Manila from Singapore. Oh, it's all working out so well. This is a very handy timetable you've just picked up. We can probably get rid of the Indian train timetable very soon. Maybe when we get to Bombay. Look at that. We've got a route across to America as well, I think. This is all working out very well. Do we need to explore Bombay? I don't think so. See if we can get to Madras. Departs tomorrow at 1. Okay, we have time. We're going aboard a train and there's only room for one case though. Could be a problem. Alright, we'll sort that if we need to. But for now, out to Bangalore? Same. Right, okay. So we'll go for some exploration then. In Bombay. Monsieur Fogg cared not a straw for the wonders of Bombay, but reluctantly gave me a few hours' leisure as he settled to his luncheon. I ended up wheezing and puffing my way up Malabar Hill, the highest point in South Bombay. I paused at the top. And do we look out towards the city or towards the bay? We've seen enough of the sea. We've been travelling by boat for the most part, and apparently isn't there supposed to be some kind of a guild here, massive artificer thing? So let's look towards the city and see what we can spy. We can spy gas lamps along the Queen's Necklace of Marine Drive, being lit one by one in preparation for the evening, and palm trees waving in the salt-scented breeze. Catching my breath, I found my steps irresistibly drawn towards the Hanging Gardens, which shielded the Parsi Tower of Silence from the bay. They were magnificent. Little steam-powered curricles and horse-drawn carriages vied for space underneath the shady trees. Forget old men playing chess. British officers escorted their stiff-bodiced wives or made eyes at brightly dressed Indian girls. Of course we'd noticed that. And in the shadow of the gardens I saw the symbol of the copper lily on the door of a converted mansion. I approached and knocked on the door, always been a curious man, and was given a cup of tea and a cushioned wicker chair almost as soon as I crossed the threshold of the outpost of the Artificers' Guild. Oh, what a welcome. What a welcome. The setting was opulent. An open plaza lit from skylights above, lined with palm trees as large as urns. A fountain in the middle of the room had been converted to pump steam, which drove the pistons of a gilt-edged suspended organ which clattered out a lively tune. Can you just picture this scene? Sipping tea here, cushioned wicker chair, listening to this lovely organ music, having a bit of chit-chat with the artist. What's Mr. Fogg doing? Who cares? A middle-aged Sikh in a bright blue turban and admirably pressed trousers approached me. What is it you require, traveller? Fastest way? Have you ever cared for fast? It does please Mr. Fogg, though, and could smooth over things if he finds out we've been living the lap of luxury for the past few hours. Okay, fastest way from here. Dharampal, the Sikh man, wrinkled his nose. Not the train, he said. The papers say it goes to Calcutta, but the line stops at Allahabad. There is no track between there and Calcutta. So we would be stranded if we went that way. Perhaps so, Dharampal replied cheerfully. I thanked the artificers profusely before taking my leave, though alas, I was so distracted by my musings that I failed to notice two thuggish fellows with ill intent who cornered me in a side street and demanded my shoes. Huh! Now, do we want to cause offence here? We've sipped tea, we've come out, we've been accosted, we're probably a little bit shocked, shaken up. I don't think Passport 2 is a fighting type somehow. So, although they probably are fine Italian leather, we handed them over without fussing, aware that antagonising them might lead to further, less commodious demands upon my person. I returned to my master barefoot and rather shamefaced. I hope that this will not happen again, said my master coldly. That was to be the last word on Bombay, gateway to the jewel in the crown of the British Empire, except for, and what, pray, has happened to your shoes? We're now suave. Shoes? What shoes? I never left London with any shoes. Haven't you noticed? Before going to bed, we engaged another guest in conversation to learn what I could, but came away with nothing but snippets of local gossip. Right, come on. Madras awaits, and further riches. Embark. Hire extra space, we have enough, we have a Panama hat, we're going for 480 quid, the Madras mail. Boom, 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 shake the room, we're off. The Bombay Express was a fine train, luxurious and opulent. Inside each softly lit compartment, Persian rugs and Venetian lamps threw colour over fittings of teak wood and burnished brass. Most acceptable. If only all journeys were so well appointed. Madras importing refugees. Oh dear. Be careful. I'd say watch out. Keep a close eye on your shoes, but I have none. I went to explore the observation decks. Yes, it's a bit more to see on a train, isn't there? Set with wicker chairs and parasols to better and more comfortably observe the countryside flashing past. And that was where I met Anne-Marie Spencer, a girl of maybe 10 years sketching the distant hills. I greeted her politely. As I took the spot beside her, she smiled and with deft movements adjusted the position of her wheelchair to give me more room, dropping one of her pencils as she moved. I returned it with a bow, and she giggled. "You must be French," she declared. "You are gallant indeed." I smiled politely and looked aside. "I knew it," she said. "I have a good eye. I see things as they are. That is why I draw." Interesting. We looked over her pictures, to be confronted by their strangeness. I could not recognise anything of the landscape she was so closely watching in the lines and shapes that filled the page. "You have a most unusual style," I hedged. "Oh, monsieur," she said, "I have a good eye. I can see you are lying." I shrugged, and did not attempt to deny it. "Your pictures are terrible," I told her. "They offend my eye, my sense of proportion and space. They are unspeakable." She nodded. "Most honourable," she replied. "I knew it." Just then my attention was distracted as my master beckoned me over to make ready his evening wear. I bid her farewell, and she nodded to me. "I will see you again, Monsieur Passepartout," she told me as I left her. Strange. I did not stop to wonder that day how it was she knew my name. Scary stuff. She a psychic? Right, we're going to go straight through to Madras. We ain't stopping in Bangalore. No time, I'm afraid. Oh, the next morning I had discovered I'd lost my passport. Oh dear. That could be a problem when travelling across the world. Better tell Monsieur Fogg. Risking his displeasure at the possibility of delay, but he merely shrugged. "Then you must find it again." I decided to enlist the help of Anne-Marie. Yes, I think she's got a hand to play in this somehow. And her excellent eye. So I tracked her down on the observation deck and explained the situation. She looked most concerned. "What might happen to you without your documents?" Well, at worst, I will not be allowed to travel," I replied. "And that would be most serious, as my master is on a journey around the world." She nodded. "Well then, we shall have to look, won't we? I think you should search the crew cabins which my chair cannot access, and I will look about here." Seemed like a good plan, so I agreed. As I was heading from the car, I thought of one more thing to ask, and returned only to find Anne-Marie doubled up with laughter, having not moved from her spot. "What is going on?" She tried to look serious, but then she began to giggle, at first delicately, and then more uproariously. And of course, we came to the realization that she had our passport. By way of reply, she took my hand and got to her feet. I'm afraid I am a dreadful kleptomaniac, she apologised with deep insincerity, and dropped a curtsy. And an unparalleled liar to boot. Then she giggled again. And the chair? My arrangement with the train guard, she said. I agreed to stay in the chair and out of mischief, so they didn't lock me up. But your pocket came so close. Passport, please, I demanded with no small irritation. I dropped it, she replied, with an indifferent shrug. Somewhere. Okay. Tell me where, I insisted firmly. Then Anne-Marie sat down again, suddenly glum. You stopped being charming, she said morosely. Here's your passport. She reached into a fold of her dress and pulled out my papers. She made as though to flick them out the window. I grabbed for them, catching them as just the last moment as they left her fingers, destined for the ground outside the train. She laughed, but I did not mind. A long and most difficult delay had been avoided. Oh dear, Mr. Fogg has obviously got wind of this, because relations have slightly worsened yet again. Right. News. Ooh, Fogg Valet, dapper, full report. Ooh, look at that. Papers are taking notice of my style. Right, onwards, Madras awaits. I did not see the girl at all today. I think she was being kept within her quarters under some kind of observation. No doubt medical in nature. I'd heard of such indispositions before, but clearly this was a remarkable case. I occupied my time. He's fine. Watching the scenery go by, and relaxing. Even a valet must take time off. Time off? Passport too? You never have time on. And at Madras they pushed the young girl from the train, down a ramp, and she waved up at me before turning to face the road ahead. Under the weight of our cases, I could not wave back, and then she was gone. Who was that girl? My master asked. A dreadful liability, I replied. Monsieur Fogg seemed displeased by my answer, but then he has peculiar notions of gallantry. Still, I spoke nothing but the truth. Oh, relations grow worse again. Would you know? And here we are. Madras. Market, because there's a pearl to be sold for some coin. Boom! Almost 10,000 smackers. Right. Singapore, we're going there. Anything else to sell? I don't think so. Okay. What about a China tea set? Nah. Although we do like tea. We're going to Manila. We're going to Manila. It's all coming together nicely. Right. There we go. We're done. Look at that. Look at that. Things are looking healthy. We're almost halfway, though. Almost halfway. We'll explore Madras and then call it a night, and then we'll start fresh in the morning. But we are going from Madras to Singapore somehow, if we can. Madras was a city within a city. Inside the walls and fortifications of Fort St. George was White Town, where British memsahibs and factors traded and went to church and travelled from place to place in mechanical palanquins. Shanty? Not really. I found the colonial officers to be particularly dim and hard-headed. I would have blamed it on the humidity, but the locals seemed to manage their wits without any trouble. I think we'd better stay in White Town. And wandered through the manicured gardens and broad, gaslit streets, attracting little attention from the residents or their servants. A valet was no doubt a common sight, but after a few minutes I realised I was being stalked. Again, not being one for confrontation, we broke into a run, turning this way and that between the narrow alleys, but my pursuer kept pace. I pushed my way through a crowd of schoolchildren, beginning to get slightly panicked, and slipped down an empty street. Then, into a doorway? No. Enclosed. Could be cornered and trapped. We dodged through a market, but the crowd slowed me down. A black figure approached from behind, and I kept running, but could not escape. Someone knocked me on the head from behind. Oh my God. When I awoke, I was in a nunnery. My nun assailant offered me a cool cloth. Okay, not quite what we were expecting. I am Sister Panimela, and this is the convent of the Sisters of Didacus. Yes, nuns are not supposed to go around kidnapping people, I declared indignantly. The ways of God are mysterious to men, the nun replied, notably not apologising. Besides, we need your help, she added. My order does not believe, as the Pope does, that automatons are abominations. Believe that machines too are capable of grace. All this theology, while my head still span. I went briefly cross-eyed and fell over. The sister propped me back up. Please listen to me, she said. The Didacian sisters are dedicated to search for a machine which has a soul, and now we require your help in our search. Why? Why me? I groaned. Why choose to hit me over the head of all people? I just had a feeling about you. A feeling? I shouted. You concussed me for a feeling? Feelings are powerful things, Sister Panimela, escorting me to the entrance of the nunnery. If you find an automaton whose shard is engraved with a soul on your travels, send a telegram to us. We have our own receiving station here. We will reward you materially if that is your wish. But we must have such a shard. Okay. Shard engraved with a soul. This is very far-fetched, I insisted. Automatons with souls? Who ever heard of such a thing? I have faith, the nun said calmly. Then she let me go. I did not know what to make of Sister Panimela and her order of artificer nuns, and do not know now. I admit, I was glad to know we would be leaving Madras, as its walls and fortifications as secrets. Okay, we're going to call it close to things there. In Madras, having sold our pearl and been knocked unconscious by a nun. Who knows where the twists and turns will take you when you travel around the world. But to find out the next twist, join me next time. So until then, goodbye.